Hey everybody, this is Gary of the OK Modeler channel and welcome to episode 16 of the USS New Jersey build. In this episode I'm going to be working on the first half of the superstructure, primarily where the bridge and conning tower is. Get all that stuff that I put in the previous episodes put together. So let's get working on it. I know it's been a long time since my last video, but a couple things had happened. My airbrush broke, so that didn't help. I went on vacation, which helped me. So that was great. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started on this. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this SLQ radar, I believe. It's a jammer. And these will go on the sides of the conning tower right here. All right, let's see if I can go ahead and get this on here. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. I'll just add a little bit of glue and hope for the best. Worried that I don't have enough glue, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll try putting the glue in the hole here. Probably by the time I put this in, the glue is probably evaporated. I'll just go ahead and let that dry for a little bit. All right. Time to put this MK director on here. Should be easy since I don't have to do just add glue, right? What could go wrong? Many things could go wrong. And that looks good. All right. Close enough. There we go. Looking good. All right, on to the next level. All right, folks. Now I can officially say this section is done right here. I got the canopy on here. Forgot to put that on there, but it's on there now. I'm gonna go ahead and set that aside because I've already dropped that 3 or 4 times already. All right, so the next thing I'm going to work on is this deck, and I'm going to put these life rafts on here. I know they had photo etch pieces for it, but I elected not to put that on there, but maybe on my next build, for a future build I should say, like I need to finish my Iowa one, I will go ahead and maybe add that on there. So never say never on future projects. So go ahead and Hopefully the glue will stick onto this right here. Oh, I got some glue on my paint here. Oh no. All right, well, I guess a little touch up will have to be done later on. So, all right, well, I'll fix that up. But I got the life raft on here. See if we can go ahead and try put another one on here as well. I know my hands are getting in the way. There's two. All right, well, you get the idea of what I'm doing, so I'll be right back. All right, so before you comment down below, I realized I made a mistake when I was putting these life rafts in. I put the wrong part on there, so I had to pry those out and put the correct ones on here. A little smaller, but the ones I put on earlier actually went over here. So yeah, my mistakes, but you know what? I like to show my mistakes so that way it's genuine, I guess. So now that I got this deck complete, and it's going to go right here, as you know, I think before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the railings on this right here, then start building up. So yeah, railings, that should be fun. All right, now it's time to go ahead and put the railings on here. I'm not a big fan of putting railings on, but you know, it adds the detail to it, and for safety purposes, you don't want people to fall off the ship, even though this is just a model. But I just, you know, tend to add a little bit of glue as a starting point. A lot of people do it differently. I usually pre-bend everything before I glue it on. Some people will, you know, they will go ahead and not bend it until they get it on. But I think the common practice is to bend it first, then add it on here. Add a little bit of glue. And when I'm holding it down, I can add a little more, just for good measure. There, secured. Then I got this section here. And anytime you're dealing with railings here, paint's going to chip off. So a little bit of touch-up is required later on. That's normal. All right, good to go. All right, moving on to the next one here. Add my glue. Probably too much glue. It's perfect. Make sure it's not crooked or leaning. And once you got it in the position you like it, you walk away. All right, I'm going to work on the rest of the railings on this deck here, including on the port side. So I'll be right back. All right, folks, it's been a few days for me, but for you guys, it's been a few seconds. I added these, I think these are winches for the life or for the boats that go on the side. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this deck right here. And I'm going to be using this orange glue here, which is great, but it's been a while since I used it. So I'm just going to add some glue to these pegs here, if any glue comes out. Oh, look. Like a geyser or something. And I'm just going to put a bunch on here because I'll probably eventually need to get a new one anyways. And I got spider webs. Okay. I'll just go ahead and plop it down. Hopefully that will stick. There we go. I would put it on the side, but I just didn't want it to ooze out onto the deck. And so I hope these pegs will do the job, which I think will do. All right, I'll go ahead and put some weight on here. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I'll let that set and dry and we'll put the next level up. All right, time to add the next deck level. It's right here. I already glued the base of the funnel here a few days ago, so it's not going anywhere. And again, I'm going to be using the orange tube here. I think it smells great, but if any kids are watching this, I highly recommend not sniffing that glue. It's probably not good for you. Well, it isn't good for you, I should say that. Not if, but let's see here. Making a mess right now, which is fine. All this will be hidden. No one will see it. All right. Okay. Ooh, snug as a bug. All right. Go ahead and add some weight on there so it glues on there or adheres to it. That's probably a bad idea. Well, I'll let that dry and then we'll go ahead and add more things on here. All right, now it's time to start working on this deck. I already added my chef, chafe launchers. You know what they're, if you know what it's called, you already know. But right now I'm going to start working on the railing here. And the thing about railings is I really don't like doing these curves, but that's just the way it is. I already did one earlier for the port or starboard side right here, and fits on like that. I know everyone's got a different way of doing it. I kind of do it, I'll show you how I do it here. I get my little roller thingy here, move this out of the way, and I already pre-bent my railing right here. You can't really see it, but yoink, right there. And what I do is I'll just kind of lay it flat like this. Get my rod and just gently push it down to at least get me a start of a shape. Now, I might have shown this on the previous episodes. I don't remember, but we'll just do it here. It's always good to have reruns. And so I get a basic shape of what I'm looking for. Sometimes you have to bend the railings just a tad bit more. And since this is a port side, I just go ahead and line it up right here. And it looks pretty good. Still got a little details to work out here, like bending a little bit of the railing here and there. But eventually you just work it slowly and then you're going to get the results that you're looking for. Again, everyone does it differently. Some people would go ahead and just glue the straight edge and then just slowly do the bends right there. But for me, I just want to get it done. There we go. It's not too bad. I'll probably do a little more rolling on here or pressing down here, but it's got the general shape, and so that's all I'm looking for, and I can just kind of bend it a little bit more and it'll be done. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the railings on for this deck, and we'll go ahead and add it to the ship. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this bridge part on here. It goes right here. I'm gonna use that orange glue again. Put some right here. Not worry about the mess too much. Ooh. Put some on here. Yeah, it is an old piece of glue. Had it for a long time. I might need to get rid of it at this point. Ooh, look at all that spider webby stuff. Okay. Go ahead and hopefully it doesn't ooze out. Oh well, if it does, it does. All right. That's a good fit right there. And the next part I need to add on here is this piece of decking, which I forgot to do, and it goes right here. So I'll just go ahead and glue that in here. Hopefully be able to use this. Hopefully it sticks. I might have to go get the orange glue. And that is that. And now I I did work on this bridge part here, or part of the superstructure here. Got the railings in here. Finally, it took me a few days, especially since I only work on this about half hour a day. And I did okay with the bends here. It's not great. It was kind of hard to get the right bend, but I think I might got it as close as I could get it to be looking good. I did kind of mess this section up right here. This railing right here, the port side railing, is actually the starboard railing, and obviously this starboard railing is the port side, which should go over here. I didn't realize my mistake until I put this one on here, and the difference between the two is the fold bends are a little different. So when you're folding them, they have notches on the railing, and they're going to be different on both sides. But I just kind of made it work. So if I would have to say, this is probably the Craigslist side, and this is the side you probably don't want to show. So now the next thing I need to do is I'm going to have to add my phalanx guns on here, as well as a couple of those radars, or the directors right here. This is the one where I made a mistake here. If you remember in the last episode, I used these MK directors right here. A viewer who was watching this told me that this was only used on the Iowa, Wisconsin, and Missouri, and then New Jersey still had their old ones. So I grabbed those Pontos ones that was in the kit and moved all the dishes and the photo etch parts onto this right here, and here they are, all corrected. So I got to add that to this deck right here. I got to put 3 of these and 2 phalanx guns here. And then we'll be closer to completion on this episode. Yay! All right, let's go ahead and put one of these directors on here. This one's going to go right there. Oh, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and put the first director here. This one will go right here. And I'm going to be using super glue on this because I don't want the model glue to eat up the paint. All that hard work, and watch the paint eat watch the glue eat the paint, I should say. So this is fairly simple. It's got a little notch right there. And hope that sticks. All right, let's go ahead and get the second one on here. Of course, I should make sure this fits right here. Okay, I'll go ahead and add the director for this one here. Add the super glue in here. Right. just leave it as that. And the last director for the first half of the superstructure. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the phalanx gun. Put it right there. I'm trying to figure out a good position for it. I think it's supposed to be close to the railing, obviously not abutting to it. All right, here we go. I think that might be good enough, so yeah. All right, I will work the other phalanx gun on the other side off camera. Also gotta make sure I have enough clearance, which I believe I should. But it's looking good. I think having a ship coming together here, folks. All right, I will be right back, and I'll put the other phalanx gun on the other side. All right, folks. Next step is to put this over here. And I'm going to be using our old favorite, the orange glue. All right. Like I said before, I think my orange glue is starting to age a bit on here for me. So even though I might not use this again, but I don't know. I wonder how that Tamiya one works, though. I know they have a thicker one, so maybe I'll give that a shot for the next project. You know, I know you guys didn't see any of that stuff here, but no big deal. All right, got all that spider web there. I guess you could say that's my rigging. Just kidding. All right, let's go ahead and try to put this on here. All right, and that is secured down. Good, we're making progress on here. Just to update you, this deck right here was popped. It didn't go down all the way on the back side over here, and so I was a little panicky and all that stuff. I just ended up just pushing it down as hard as I could, and it snapped into place. So I have to say, on this kit here, it's 99% glue, 1% snap type. All right, next step, I'm gonna put this one on. All right. Well, there's my sacrificial toothpick. You guys can see this. Whoop. Reason I'm putting it on here is because I don't want it to squeeze out of the deck onto the deck, and that would kind of suck, but if it happens, it happens. Collateral damage. So I had to do this off camera just to make sure that this piece was not crooked or twisted or is leveled, and it looks pretty good according to my 4 eyes. So I think we're in good shape. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and add a couple doors down in this section right here. And then I'll probably move this boat back here, right over here. And then I'll go ahead and push down the turret down, and then we'll be officially done with this episode. Well, we're almost towards the end, but we're at the end of this episode. Everything on this section here is all done. Everything seemed to go on pretty well. I do still have a couple small things I need to do. I need to put a ladder here, as well a couple ladders over here, which I will do later on as the week, days, months goes by. But so far so good. I'm liking how everything's going. I'm not going to put the mast on right here yet, which you can see it's over here somewhere. Reason being is because I'm still building this, and the last thing I want to do is hit it constantly. I mean, I already dropped this thing 4 times already, so yeah, let's just not cause any more stresses around here, right? Anywho, so the next episode I'm going to be working on this side, or this section of the ship here. As you can see, I already started prepping to paint this that box right there. I don't know what it's called. I know the phalanx gun sits there. So anyways, I got this deck to put in, and then I need to add the another piece of, I think, radar that goes right here as well. And then I got the platform where the remaining tomahawks go, and then I got the fuel rig as well as the boat launchers as well. So still a lot of work to do, but we're getting closer to the end, thank goodness. But anyways, I know it's been a while since this last video, but you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't, subscribe to this channel. That would be great as well. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or some joke or anything like that, put it down in the comments section. I read all the comments and I try to reply to all of them as well. Or either that, I put a heart or a thumbs up as well. So anyways, until then, I will see you all on the next episode.